What's up YouTube? So this right here is my brand new daily driver. Well, it's not exactly brand new. It's a 1993 Toyota Camry wagon and it's got 200,000 miles on it, but believe it or not, it's actually in really good condition. The previous owner kept up to date with the maintenance and overall it's a really smooth ride. But with any new car I purchase, I always want to give it a really good thorough cleaning. And I always start with the interior. Who knows what's been in there. It kind of stinks and smells. So we're going to give it a really good deep cleaning. In this video, I'll show you kind of some basic tools and supplies that I use that I pretty much, use for all my interior cleaning jobs. They're probably not the same things that the professional use. Professionals, they probably have a lot, more expensive equipment, but these are just simple things you can buy at Walmart and Home Depot, and they get the job done really effectively. So right here is all the supplies that you really need to give your car, a really good, fantastic interior detail. To start with, we have some Meguiar's APC, or all-purpose cleaner. This thing can really be used on any surface, I use it on glass, vinyl, basically all the hard touch surfaces. What you got to do is you got to dilute it with water. So that's a concentrated bulk pack I bought in that big jug right there, about a gallon. So I just put it in the spray bottle right here to dilute it. Obviously, the more APC you use, the stronger it'll be. But just a small concentration of it will be all you need to really do some light cleaning and just really get those surfaces disinfected. And then for any really stubborn spots, if you don't want to use a harsh chemical cleaner, you can always use a steamer. So this basically just shoots hot water at whatever dirt and debris you have, and it'll kind of melt it away. I don't use a steamer a whole lot. Usually just an APC will kind of get everything as clean as I need it to get. But for those really tough jobs, it's always nice to have a steamer on hand. And then you got to have your wet dry vac, a powerful vacuum just to suck up, big chunks of whatever on the floor, candy, any type of dirt. Having a powerful vacuum is really, handy just to get all that loose debris free from the carpets and cloth. And then finally, probably my favorite tool that I have is the Bissell little green machine. This thing really packs a punch. And it's really easy to use. Basically what you just do is fill this side with your preferred detergent, and then you just spray it onto whatever surface that you're cleaning, whether it be the carpets or some cloth upholstery. Just let it sit for a little bit, and then you can scrub it with the attached head. I'll show you guys that right here. So this head right here, this trigger will basically spray the liquid directly onto the surface that you're cleaning. And then it has, bristles and the attached suction head, which will basically, as you clean whatever surface you're doing, it's gonna lift the dirt out of the surface. And then all that dirty water and debris is gonna get sucked into this tank right here. And this is why, having a suction cleaner is really beneficial. Because if you're not really pulling the dirt out of the carpet or the cloth, it's kind of just, staying in there. So what you really got to do is kind of spray your detergent. Detergent will kind of loosen the dirt out of the fabric. You're basically pulling the dirt out and not just leaving it behind. My preferred detergent is just this big giant bottle of Folex you can buy from Home Depot. It's pretty good at removing stains, and it's really cheap. And you don't really need to go too crazy with, your costs right here. So all these items here, probably combined, you can get for under $250. And you know what? That's gonna pay for itself over and over again. If I had to bring all my cars in for an annual detail, I'd be spending $1,000 a year. And this is all this stuff is already paid for itself. So I really recommend getting, at least this little green machine or any type of, vacuum cleaner. And of course, your all-purpose cleaner and a strong wet dry vac, and then that's all you really need to give your car a really thorough cleaning. So to give you guys an idea of what I'll be cleaning, here's a little shot of the interior. So there's not really many stains I got to deal with. The seats are pretty clean, but you can see I got a lot of dirt and stuff on the carpets. And then it kind of smells a little funky in here. Not too bad, but enough where it kind of annoys me. The trunk in particular though is a little dirty. The previous owner kind of put in this custom carpet, cut to shape, but you know, underneath, you know, we got some pretty gross stains. So we'll see if we can, you know, take this out. And then, you know, looking in the spare tire well, you know, we got a lot of cobwebs and some other junk in here. So we're just gonna clean this up and make sure this thing looks good. So once you're done vacuuming, what you want to do is load up your green machine with 1 part Folex and 4 parts hot water. And you can up the concentration if you want, depending on how dirty your job is. Basically, we're going to do this for, you know, all the fabric surfaces in the car. First vacuum, and then hit it with the green machine. So here's a quick comparison, guys. You can just see how I did one of the rare mats. Definitely some dirt came out, and then I'll show you guys in the end what the tank looks like, just so you have an idea of how much crap was in these mats. And then if you feel like it, you know, you can also put some fancy carpet lines in there. Those are always fun to add. Alright guys, so the carpets are now cleaned, and you can see what a difference that made. You know, they were looking pretty nasty before, but now, you know, all the dirt is gone. And if you don't believe how much dirt came out, well, just look at this right here. So here is the result of that shampooing. Dude, that is disgusting. I mean, that's like pretty much black water. That was all in the mats. And that's a lot of dirt right there. So this is what was in these mats. And, you know, let's see what we can get out of the seats next. But man, that is gross. For the Meguiar's APC, all you really need is a microfiber cloth. You're just gonna spray it and then just wipe. And then that's basically it. I like Meguiar's because, you know, it's not too harsh. Doesn't really damage any surfaces as far as, you know, where I've used it before. And then it's got a nice smell to it. Basically, with microfiber cloth, it's so easy to just kind of rub everything and just get everything clean and disinfected. And the best part is, unlike Armor All, where when you apply it, it gets really greasy, this does not leave any residue. Everything just feels kind of like matte and kind of like the original texture. So that's what I like best about it. So, not a whole lot of dirt came out, but I wasn't really expecting a lot of dirt from the door panel. I mean, mostly the seats and the carpets and other high touch surfaces are where you'll see the most dirt. But overall, you know, this is just basically all you gotta do with your all-purpose cleaner. Just spray it on the microfiber cloth and then rub, and then that's it. Speaking of high touch areas, one of the places you definitely wanna clean is the steering wheel. Who knows how many times the previous owner coughed or sneezed right on here. So what we want to do is definitely get the rim all inside these nooks and crannies, handles. Definitely get the center part. And then, yeah, you can definitely, not sure if it'll show up in the camera, but a lot of blackness definitely came out on this side. You can see how clean this side is, and then you got some black just from the steering wheel on that one pass. So we'll go ahead and clean the rest of the dashboard, armrest, all these other surfaces. Just make sure we get all this dirt out, because we definitely don't want to be touching this. One quick note about the APC is that you don't want to use it on any glass. That's because it does leave a little bit of streaking. You want to use a dedicated glass cleaner, such as Windex or something meant for automotive use, like I have this Blackfire sample right here that works a lot better than APC on glass. You want to make sure you use a product that doesn't leave any streaks, and it also helps to use a microfiber cloth, which won't leave any lints behind either. Hey guys, so I just finished shampooing the seats, and I gotta say, honestly, I'm shocked at how much dirt came out of the seats. Like, I expected a lot of dirt to come out of the mats because, you know, you're constantly dragging or dirting with your feet, stepping on the mats. But like something like the seats where you're kind of wearing clean clothes and just sitting on it, I was shocked at like how dirty the water that came out was. And I'll show you guys what I mean. So this tank right here is just purely from the seats. I had a different tank from the mats that I showed you guys earlier, but like this water is just as nasty, brown, black, murky as the mats. Like, I can't believe I was sitting on these seats since I bought the car. And honestly, this goes to show you that anytime you guys buy a used car, definitely get it detailed. It might look clean, but you know, upon closer inspection, you don't know what's really hiding in these seats. It could be any type of dirt, dust mites, debris, whatever. So definitely get your car detailed, because this is what is hanging out in your seats. And this is nasty and disgusting. Alright guys, so the carpets and all the surfaces have been cleaned. Now I'm just going to show you how I might use a steamer in some situations. So if you look at the door jambs, you know, you got a lot of dirt here. And while you could like spray something, let it soak and then wipe it down, that's using a lot of harsh chemicals. If you want to have a more environmentally friendly solution, the steamer should be able to blast away all this gunk, and you can just wipe it down with a microfiber cloth. So let's try that. Wow, that worked really well. All the dirt is basically gone. This feels so clean. That is a nice result right there. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and do the rest of the door jambs and any other surfaces where it looks like we might have some tough baked on dirt. That looks factory fresh almost. It's It's crazy. Alright guys, here are the final results. And this just goes to show you that with not a whole lot of money and just some simple household tools, you guys can also achieve some professional quality results just at home. And then you guys saw how much dirt came out of the vacuum, especially the shampoo vacuum. It was disgusting, you know. I feel so much better that I'm sitting in a nice clean car. Everything is fully disinfected. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to Vic's Vehicles. I got plenty more videos coming up for tips and tricks on how to take care of your car, as well as a full review of this Camry wagon.